Hello and welcome once again to the Utah Preps Podcast. I'm your host, Moose Bingham, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I am not producing this show by myself. No, we have the one, the only Josh Bueller producing this show. So thank you so much for coming in, Josh, and doing what you do best, coaching me up, coaching the young men of the state up, and doing everything you can to make everyone happier, healthier, and just overall better people. This is going to be a great episode for you guys. I'm super excited because it was signing day yesterday. We get to highlight a lot of the best players from the state, best players from the country, best players on planet Earth because they are from the great state of Utah, and we get to help them out, give them shout outs, and make sure that we get to go on. But after we go over what you guys have done and what you guys are going to be doing, we get to talk now what? What happens after you sign your LOI? If you're a 5-star walking into a school, will you be a 5-star walking out of that school? If you're a no-star walking into that school, could you get some stars? Will you be an NFL draft pick? Happens all the time. So it's going to be really good to do this. And we are dual cast this time, Josh. So you can find this on YouTube now at Moose Bingham. So great stuff. I'm super excited. Before we get too far into the show, we cannot forget about our sponsor, Apex Mental Performance and Apex Mental Performance Coaches. Coaches and athletes, if up to 90% of sports performance is mental, how are you developing the mental skills to go along with the physical, tactical, and technical training you do daily? At Apex MPC, they guide your teams and athletes in developing high-level confidence, competitiveness, consistency, and grit required for elite performance in and outside of the game. Space is limited, so call us on social media, or find us on social media, or call us at 801-602-0211, or visit apexmpc.com to schedule your individual or team training today. Mention you heard the ad on the Utah Preps Podcast and get 15% off. That's right, 15 off any individual or team training. So always appreciate Ryan. With no much further ado, let's go into commitments and offers. So let's do that right now. Got a little good music introducing us there, and it is hammer time. So for commitments, Charlie Ebling from Corner Canyon committed to Utah State. Micah Beckstead took the scholarship to Utah State. Hooray for them. Ben Latai committed to Snow, as did Jack Stouffer, Fred Poke, and Tank Mitchell and Tenny Worthland, as well as Will Warner and Drew Patterson and Kilter Stewart. Whew! What a great group of kids right there. Colton Tanner to Idaho State. Viliata Tuom to Idaho State. Jorgen Miller to Idaho State. Idaho State came in and swept up a little bit. It's like having Corey Rush was a good hire there. I really like to see that. Elijah Terapia committed to Weber State. Sesi Vahalai committed to OK State. Okay, let's go. He'll be back here in the winter to play BYU at the end of the season, so that's a happy. Jonathan Bramilla, he was committed to SU, and then Air Force came a calling and said, do you want to be Top Gun? And he said, heck yes, I do. Let's go. And I love to see that. Congratulations, John. Brooks Esplin was committed to Black Hills State, and then he took a few steps back, and he decided that he's going to Snow as well. Dane Murhish is going to Black Hills State. Jake Hill, Strands McGeesey, Kevin Doe, Motikai Monga, Sanuse Poha, all committed to BYU. Caden Mertz, West Virginia Wesleyan. Cepha Brown, also committed to BYU, the 2024, out of nowhere. You're just like, oh, really? Let's go. Jackson Pilgrim and Ruben Otafi committed to Colorado Mesa. Jacob Searcy committed to SU, as did Dylan Chapman, Boston Blanco, CJ Fairborn, and Kai Akana committed to Hawaii. Just love that commitment right there. Jaron Allen committed to South Dakota State of Mines. Bryson Paulson and Cole Millward said, I want to be great, 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 so let's go to Weber State. Josiah Mawala committed to University of Louisiana Monroe. Motoli Tafisi committed to Nimi. And Macau Bernard committed to Utah, the cousin of Francis Bernard. We didn't just have commitments, even though that was a great thing. I love all those guys with what's going on. Yeah, give them a round of applause. I like to hear that. So with that, let's go into our offers. Starting with Davis Andrews. He's got everyone and then some saying, let's go get this young man from American Fork. We like caveman. Let's go into that cave and get him out. Cal, Washington State, got offers to Davis Andrews. DeVoe to Atanga. got a Tennessee. Ben Howard, young man out of Skyridge, got a Washington State, as did Darius Afalava. Ice Nalier got a Washington State. Nuku Mafi got a Nevada. Cash Dillon got a Nevada. Bo Tate got a Nevada. Jake Hill got a BYU, and he committed to it. Falateo Salatea got a Nevada, USC, and Oregon State. But Muitolo got a Washington State, as did Blake Tabarachi. Ty Arona got a Wisconsin Lutheran. Samisi Tonga got a Nevada. Ammon Iono got a Snow. Jake Stouffer got a Snow. Kilter Stewart got a Snow. Will Warner got a Snow. Take Mitchell got a Snow. Nate Andere got a Snow and a Colorado Mesa. Aaron Dunn got an Arizona State University, as did Cash Dillon. Way to go, young men. Tolisi Tupo got a Southern Utah. Mitch Nelson got a Utah PWO. Seofa Brown got a Washington State, but he said, I want to go to BYU. Maka Fefe Havea got a Colorado Mesa. Jackson Pilgrim got a Colorado Mesa. Isaiah Sweeswee got a UNLV. Spencer Gilliard got a Southern Virginia University. I expect Southern Virginia to come in and offer a lot more kids from this state. Colton Tanner got a UNLV PWO. Ephraim Asiata got a BYU offer. They had a little junior day the other day, and I like to see that offer. Josiah Mawala got a Louisiana Monroe. Matthias Silva got a Clark University. Isaac Wilson got a Marshall and an Arizona State. Darius Afalava also got an Arizona. Bote also got a Boston College. Isaiah Garcia got a USC. Fight on. Parker Andrus got a Utah Tech, as did Brevin Hamlin, and Brevin Hamlin decided to go there. And Dave Britton, he's a hometown favorite, isn't he, Josh? Got a Tyler, Texas over there. I like that, Tyler, Texas. Nothing better than them. So, you guys, let's give a round of applause to these guys right here. Now we got the round of applause going. So, with that round of applause, let's talk about what happens next. You guys, you got the offer. That's a win. You committed to the offer. That's another win. And you signed the LOI on the dotted line. That is the biggest win of them all, because now you have a year-long contract with that school guaranteed. You can show up at any time and you say, hey, I want to play for you, coach. I want to be your guy. And the coach says, all right, let's get her done. So, super fun with that. But what happens when you actually show up to college? Because I've seen a plethora of kids that they're like, hey, if I can just get a scholarship, that's all that matters. No, that's not all that matters. About half the kids that sign with a class don't end up amounting to anything. At the end of the day, there's 85 kids on a roster. Probably 42 on each side, plus some kickers, punters, and snappers, so 41. So of those 41 scholarship guys, how many can start? 11. That means that there's 30 guys sitting their tail on the bench, not playing. That's sad. So with this, you guys got to decide if you want to be sitting on the bench on scholarship or if you want to be playing downs of football. Do you want to be one of those 11 guys, top 25% of your team, that goes and plays on Saturdays, that goes and contributes to the team? Because once you do that, because of NIL, there's going to be opportunities for you right there. It's no longer good enough to go to college. It's no longer good enough to just say you're on the team. The goal is to take your talents and make them force the coach's hands to play you so that you can earn more money, so that you can do what you need to do, so that you can give your family a fighting chance to start out on the best foot. And I love to see that. So if you guys are like, what's it going to be like in college? Let's talk about that. That's one of the reasons I made Football Recruiting Pro, because with me, my whole goal in high school was I was like, I got to beat these other kids in the state and become the best kicker in the state. I did that initially by being the best kicker in my school. Then I was the best kicker in my region. Then I was the second best kicker in the state my junior year. And I said, don't like that. Let's be the best kicker in the state my senior year. And I was. I didn't set the goals that I needed to be a starting kicker at the next level. And it's something I highly regret. I was happy enough to get to the next level, and that's not good enough. That's never good enough. So with you guys, what you need to do is understand that for you to be successful at the next level, let's set goals. Let's do what we need to. If you guys are going on a mission, don't do anything to screw that up. Do what you need to do to go to the next level right now, because the competition gets more fierce every single year. There's the transfer portal. There's COVID years that guys have had back. So you're competing against kids that are not 16, 17, 18. You're competing against 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You're competing against grown men that have 4 or 5 years on you. You're going in there and you're saying, I'm going to steal your job. And that's the attitude that you have to have. One of my favorite teammates, his name was Tijon Karoma. Tijon came in and we told him on his official visit, we're like, Tijon, we expect you to redshirt your first year. We expect you to maybe play your junior year, maybe. And he said, no, bet, like you guys like to say. He said, no, bump that. And he came in and he started as a freshman. He beat out a senior, a junior college transfer, and a junior. And we're like, whoa, what was that? He came in, he became a freshman All-American, a sophomore All-American, and he is playing in the XFL right now, and he played with the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's the type of career that you guys can have. Tijon was undersized, but he was technically sound. He was a little light, so he started eating. Every choice that you guys make, from what you eat to who you date to how long you sleep, is going to affect the rest of your life right now. So make sure that you're making the right choices on and off the field. If you want to go more in depth about choices, get yourself a copy of Football Recruiting Pro, footballrecruitingpro.com. If you're a freshman that's going into this right now, going into high school, let's get you taken care of. I've got a checklist of everything you need to do to end up at the P5 level. But a lot of kids, once they see that, they're like, I don't want to do that. So are you going to be the cream that rises to the top, or are you going to sink to the bottom? That's the choices that you guys get to make this week. Know that I love you, no matter what. I appreciate all our sponsors. That's Football Recruiting Pro. That's Dr. Skylar Main and Apex Mental Performance. I appreciate Josh handling his business over there. We're going to get him a mic so he can get some more input about what's going on, and he's going to edit this episode. So, know that I love you. You guys are doing incredible things. This is Moose Bingham with Football Recruiting Pro, footballrecruitingpro.com, and on ESPN's Utah Preps podcast. I'll see you next week, and have a great week, gentlemen. Love you guys.